Good afternoon, everyone. This is Erica with Aurora Heart Healing. Today, I am going to be performing a live healing, and we are going to see what emotions or energies this collective needs to look at or maybe reevaluate within themselves. And I am just going to start. Oral character. An oral character has issues with abandonment and feeling nurtured. So you might struggle with actually feeling nurtured or feeling abandoned, or if someone wants to or shows their love or nurturing towards you, you can pull away or think this is too much, too close. Okay, is there anything else we need to know about this? And those of you that are new to my channel, I am just scrying for all the information. I am writing it all down so that you can reflect later on when we are not here. Mental. Okay, oral character with a power will display. With the power will display, it has a lot to do with being controlling, very controlled, don't mess with me attitude, which can really come up as a defense mechanism because we're scared of being hurt. So instead of being hurt, we show that we are of authority and that no one can mess with us. Okay, and we're going to look into the feelings that comes along with that here in the wheel, first row. Contempt is the first emotion. Any more in here? Contempt and avoidance. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to see you. I hope you in the comments let me know what you are feeling with some of these energies, these emotions. So getting the emotion of defensiveness, contempt, avoidance, and defensiveness. The contempt is really connected to the power will display of don't mess with me. I will harbor frustration, anger towards you, contempt. I'm going to avoid these issues, feeling avoidant. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to sit in it. I don't want to face it. Defensiveness, when someone does try to come and face an issue or address a problem, it's met with defensiveness, a very large guard. There is a message from Seeds of the Spirit for this. Okay, so Barbara Brennen, Seeds of the Spirit, 1999, community support. All right, let's see what this says. You have around you throughout the spiritual and material worlds the support of community. We have created with you the community of a sacred human heart, of which radiates compassion, love, longing, and desire. Is there more that we need to know? Is it in the energies? Is it in the book? Is it in a book? Is it in one of my books on the shelf? Hmm. The reason why I can't find the book is because the book is still in my mind because I am writing a book. The number one thing that's coming up for me right now is how we as human beings can build relationship and build consistency within not just ourselves, but with others as well. And community, building community is something that is far, far too undervalued in our society. And the reason why I say that, this last weekend, I went to my daughter's friend's house for a really sweet play date. And as we're sitting there talking, I don't know if you've ever been to a play date, but you don't really know if you're supposed to stay or go. And that day, I just felt called to stay. I just sat there and was like, I hope that they don't mind. They're just watching movies and hanging out, and I'm gonna sit here and stay. And during that time, we spent about 3 hours together, and we had so many similar stories about where we grew up. I went to Central America a lot in my life, and when I saw the change in culture, they were actually really they had surprisingly similar experiences as well, where it was we didn't really know how individualistic the United States was compared to other countries. We as human beings, the power will display, no one's better than anyone else. But it's odd because we like to think it. Contempt, being angry at others, and holding on to this contempt, this anger, frustration, whatever the case may be, and then avoiding the actual situation, feeling defensive when someone tries to address an issue. We're human beings. We are literally symbiotic beings. If the trees were to stop breathing today, we would too. If we were to stop breathing today, so would the trees because they take in what we give out. Today, the biggest message that's really truly coming to me is that we as a society need to come together. We need to build bridges instead of burning them down. Building them can mean I see your different opinion. I don't accept it, but I will respect you. Even though we're different, that's okay. It's not a bad thing that we're different. It creates a new world for us all when we acknowledge that we are different and that is okay to be different. Is there any other energies, emotions, anything else that we need to know today? Any cards that we should pull? Okay. And this is a really cool card. I'm just gonna, this is Tarot for Change. This is Tarot for Change by Jessica Dore. And I'm just gonna press pause. Okay. Is the card that we need to pull here? Is it in the major arcana? Is it the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Cherries? Strength.
Always been about self-compassion for
I will tell you exactly what it says because I'm not totally sure what if it's going to be heard on this platform. But the card is Strength.
so long.
Strength, a gentle part of us meeting a wild, ferocious part of us.
There's curiosity, kindness.
Curiosity, kindness, and respect.
This is the dynamic that self-compassion creates.
This is the dynamic that self-compassion creates. I also think it's the dynamic that compassion for one another creates as well. We can be curious with one another. We can be loving, compassionate, understanding, kind, strong.
As we encounter the things about ourselves we don't like, and remind ourselves that we are human.
We are all human. We are all different. There are a lot of us out there that might not like everything about ourselves, and that's okay.
Mythologist Joseph Campbell dedicated his life to old stories from around the world and identified themes and phases that were common to each. Part of the value in that is that it helps us see which aspects of our experiences may be shared human experiences and which are unique to our contexts and temperament. One,
All of our stories are unique. All of us are different. I know for me, my whole life, I was different than others because we all are different. We all feel different. We're all unique. Can you imagine the beautiful tapestries that we create because every single one of us is a different string in a different color? We all are intertwined threads on this beautiful, amazing tapestry. Imagine all of the threads being gray. Imagine all of the threads being only white or only blue or only green. There would be no unique. There would be no different. There would be no mystery. There would be no curiosity because it would all be the same.
theme that Campbell noticed in stories the world over was the reaching of an initiatory threshold. After a hero had heard the call to adventure, sometimes denied the call, and finally answered it, they would set out and soon reach the first threshold.
The calls. Each one of us are called to either stand strong and be different, or we can be complacent and just allow. The strong ones are the heroes. They're the ones that face life and its challenges. They stand strong and they say, I'm here. I'm not giving up. And truly, every single one of us have that capacity within ourselves if we just tap into it.
Portal toward the destination is always guarded by a dreadful being of some kind. In myths, threshold guardians take the shape of ogres who induce panic, serpents who seduce and then kill, benevolent lotus eaters who share feasts of flowers that sedate all those who eat them. The ogres and serpents and lotus eaters who guard the thresholds of great quests probably represent internal gatekeepers more than external ones.
This is the last message from this card. Inside, we all tend to have a lot of feelings. The outsides, we all look different. But inside of us, inside, a lot of us carry a small kid inside that's scared, a small part of us that may feel that it's undesirable or we need to reject it. And with that being said, today, your challenge, what it is that this healing is about, is if you feel a hard time feeling abandoned and nurtured, remember that there are so many people out there that want to support you. If you feel that you are superior than others, know that that is creating disconnect within yourself and within the people that you could connect with. Holding contempt in your heart, that's the opposite of what love is. And it's what will create disconnection throughout our whole lives if we let it. Avoidance. When we avoid our challenges, we just step right back into them, into a different cycle. We've allowed ourselves to create the same situation, but just with other people and other faces. Defensiveness. When we are scared and we are constantly defending ourselves, then we send the message that no one is trustworthy. Find community support today. It's important. We are all community here. And I hope that each of you write down in the comment that you love and accept one another, that we are community, because I'm here for you. If you were to write me, I would write back. If you want community, just know that you have it here with me. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope that this healing helped. Have a great day, and thank you for coming.